emergency squad in about billing the residents of the town of Phillipsburg.
Yes.
I don't know if you had something on your tablet or not, but there was an injured fireman and he was billed for
Yes.
the thing. So if you don't mind, and a lot of people have come to me in reference to being billed and they don't have the money to pay.
Absolutely. Vicki, can we get an invite out to Chris Lee? Thank you.
The other thing, I think the mayor might have forgot, but I'll just remind everybody. This Thursday, there's a riverfront redevelopment plan at 7 o'clock here. And I would advise every town resident to come because it's going to be very, very interesting. And I guess, Mayor, on tomorrow, you have a historical film
We do.
going on down at the old train site?
Union Station, yes, we do. We're going to be doing a presentation on the transportation history of Phillipsburg. I invite everyone to come.
What time is it?
8 o'clock, I believe.
8 p.m.?
8 p.m. Let me. No, it's got to be earlier than 8 p.m. It's 7 p.m. It's 7 p.m.
Thank you.
And that's all I have. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Vice President Leader-Rob.
You made mine faster.
Oh, okay. Great.
Thank you. I just have two things. One, I'd like to request the attorney contact the Perth Youth Center. I've been advised the town of Phillipsburg has been removed from their board. Specifically, that would be me. And if you could request that information regarding their bylaws, state 2 meetings must be present before they can change those bylaws and remove an officer. I'd like that to be in that documentation as well when those meetings were held, because we were advised that we were not welcome. That's one.
There's
2. Regarding, we have the EDC as noted in our code, which we all know as the UEC. It seems to me they're one and the same. Per reading the bylaws that were sent to me from the UEC, they read as the Economic Development Group. So those are those laws. So I was curious, as these are appointed advisory, I believe EDC is advisory, as is UEC. Is that correct?
I don't have that answer.
Advisory only?
On the panel have that.
Mark, Josh, do you know? Advisory only?
I'm not aware about the authorities of the UEG.
Okay. I'm just curious if they're subject to the same ethics laws that are in the town code. I believe they are.
Under-
If we could get a legal.
Yes.
They are, correct?
Under the municipal ethics policy, yes.
So board members cannot accept donations in kind, correct?
My understanding.
Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Vice President.
You're welcome.
Councilman McVeigh.
I first want to congratulate our fellow councilman,
stole
Councilman
that.
Davis. He said, I got me laughing, he said I'm going to do this. Councilman Davis is a champion. He had recently won this weekend the Phillipsburg 5K, and I congratulate him.
It's only because my son wasn't there.
Council President, I do have the mayor here. I have just a couple of informative email questions. These are softballs, Mayor. But since we have a decent crowd, it's informative. Maybe to get some of this out. I have you in the audience, so
Sure.
if I may ask.
If the mayor indulges.
I know you're going to follow up with Chief Stetner on the Star Dollar Cleaner. I did it once. I'm still waiting. Do we have anything since? I mean, we don't have to. I mean, I just want to know if anything's moved since the first one. We're still getting bills for them. And in addition to the Harper family does ask me from time to time what's going on. So.
Yep, Council President Fulper and I had this discussion just the other day, and there are some infractions at the site. As you may know, they started building apartments upstairs that we caught up with them.
Sir, before I go any further, I'm talking about the Star Dollar Cleaner billing for the uniforms.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just want to stop you before you go further.
Same Star Dollar, 2 different subjects.
Right.
The uniform billing, I'm going to defer to Bob Merlo. Bob, Star Dollar Cleaner billing issue?
first I'm hearing anything about it.
Yeah.
I know Prestige put in a quote,
Right.
and they asked me how that's making out, so it's comparable, a fair quote to our billing. It's also a local business, and every one of their employees are Phillipsburg employees.
Okay, I recall the local business. It would be when the Star Dollar cleaner contract expires. I would ask Victoria Kleiner, the town clerk. Victoria, do you know when that expires? The current contract?
Probably 10 years ago.
Right, I didn't think they had an active one. We actually had
Yeah,
that
I don't
discussion.
We just use them, we don't?
Right, I believe we're on a month-to-month with them, which is why we went out to look for another.
Well, then we can go out for an RFP and
Okay.
do it properly. That's your answer.
I know they submitted it, and they asked me, I just want to point them in the right
I'll
direction.
look tomorrow for it.
Thank you. How we stand on the recreation vacancy?
The recreation vacancy, the triage plan is to continue to look for a recreation superintendent. What we're going to do is, first, as you know, we have to post Phillipsburg as an ordinance. Now we're going to go regionally. It'll be Warren, Hunterdon, Sussex. In the interim, we are going to put on some summer seasonal employees to get the pool going, because that's a long and tedious process. The playgrounds and also the team sports, just to keep up. We'll hire probably 3 to 4 summer seasonals to keep on track.
We did have a young lady who worked at the pool, assistant manager, right? Yes.
Kelly Rooks Morris.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's certified, and we have another certified young lady named Mrs. Marinelli. I guess she just departed from Lopakon Pool, so those two will be interviewed. One posting just expired, and we're waiting for the other 2 postings. And as I shared, the council president will be aware of who was hired, and before we hire them, of course. But everything's up and running as far as the team sports. As a matter of fact, I talked to Mr. Fisher today at the high school. If anyone hears council president or any council member, if you hear of a wet field, they do have a large quantity of water absorbent material that they'll share with us to dry some fields out.
Great.
I wasn't aware of it, just came up in a conversation, but we're doing the best we can with the rain. The rain has just been relentless, and we're getting there.
Very informative. Thank you. Mayor, I just have 2 more. Like I said, these are all informative, and I thank you for all your responses, as does the audience, I'm sure. Our website and organizational structure, it just seems that it still has not been up. I don't know who's in charge of the town website. It just needs some help. I know I look at the directory, I look at some of the information on there. I looked at other towns. I recently was on Morristown. I know the mayor there, and I went on their website. They even have where you click and it flips over to a Spanish version. Very impressive. I would like to shoot for that in the future. I'll bring it up under a new business at some point in time. That was fantastic to do that, especially with our Spanish cultural residents here in town. There's even brought up at a prior meeting before about having a bilingual employee inside the city hall that would help. Just the website and organizational structure, whomever's in charge of that, to try to maybe just update that a little bit. And lastly, I brought up last meeting as well, and you and I seem very receptive to it, to a quality of community conference.
Yes.
I'm really big. I'll term this. I'm going to call it same page P-Berg. We need that same page. That's just Mrs. O'Neill came up here today and talked about. She has this problem, and sometimes different departments are talking different languages. We really, this is something I would stress. I told you I would offer my time to you, or any help. I've been through many number of these, to get a central mission of what we have with strategies and components to put everybody on the same page, so not everyone's talking different languages. So someday when CFO Merlo speaks, I'm going to actually understand it. Because he's been helping me so far, but that's my goal before I get out of here. So thank you very much, Mayor, for all your responses. Very informative to all.
Yeah, right now, Councilman, today we have the library, we have Deb Nestling on board, we have the Downtown Association on board.
Wonderful.
We have the historian, the railroad historians, which I think should be included, and we also have the chamber involved, and we do have a Spanish major on the chamber that could help with the website, so I thank you for that.
Very good.
We just got to get a webmaster. Bob, I hate to do this to you.
Yeah.
Who do we use right now?
Me.
But who's our?
I can check, the gentleman who hosts our website, I can check with him to see if there's,
Okay.
I don't know if there's an app or something that will change it to Spanish. I can check
I'm
with him
sure.
to see if there's something like that maybe we could add. But I'll check with him, it's Big Pixel Studios.
Lauren
Yeah,
Spence
those are
is a
websites.
Spanish major, and she would be more than willing, even if she had to retype it, to get it into Spanish mode. You are correct, there never has been a Spanish-speaking administrative person at the high school or at the municipal building. And a real quick update, I double-checked, it's at 6:30 at Union Station, the transportation historic presentation. Please come down if you can.
I'm good, sir.
Excellent. I only have one thing. Yesterday morning, I had a very productive conversation. Josh, did I skip you? It's because you're a gold medalist, and I apologize. Please, Councilman, please, I apologize.
Just wanted to say thank you to the police officers for not running me over and put me out of my misery in the middle of that 5K, even though I was begging them to, around the 2-mile mark. I am going to take a look at that address. I keep contact with the chief lobbyist of the banking industry who gives us a semi-annual list of all the foreclosures, so we can keep up to date with the vacancies in terms of making sure that all those properties are registered. I did see that property 507 Schultz on my list. I'll get that over to the mayor tomorrow to make sure that whoever the registered agent is in proper that building can be contacted to make sure that the upkeep of that building is being done. Other than that, I don't have any other updates. Thanks.
Excellent. Councilman, congratulations again. Councilman McVeigh stole my gold medal speech for you. I just wanted to say, yesterday I had a very productive conversation with Chief Stetner and Captain Zechman regarding their presence here at the meetings. They're going to start coming to the first meeting of every month when possible. If it's not Chief Stetner, it'll be Captain Zechman or perhaps even Captain Swick. I'm not sure if Chief Stetner shared that with you. If not, congratulations.
Surprise.
Yeah. I will say that, they're not just here to share statistics, but to, we discussed offering a more positive perspective and to share the more positive goings on of the police department. We do have some of the best men in blue in the area, and I think that, I gotta tell you, Captain Zechman impressed me, and I shared it with Councilman McVeigh yesterday when I had left the meeting. They were worried that while being here, they become a call center, which is not why they're here, that's why we call them. And I encourage each and every resident to pick up the phone and call the police when there is an issue here in the town. I've seen it myself. I can tell you, Friday night, their response time was literally 3 minutes. My best friend had suffered a home invasion, and within 3 minutes, the police were on scene. As a matter of fact, so was Michelle, and she hunted me down while I was trying to find a missing dog. But Captain Zechman had made the comment that he was concerned that people were coming to the council meetings. And he went back to last year's meeting with regard to the Lewis Street stop sign and how some people were, when Chief Stetner happened to be here, poor guy got shot left and right, not literally, but with questions. Captain Zechman had said, it's a problem if they're coming to you, because that means they have a negative outlook or a negative perspective on our police department. And I need to find a way to fix that. That spoke volumes, because this council has constantly beat accountability into everyone's heads. And there I was in a room, just discussing their presence at a council meeting, and Captain Zechman just came out and told me, I want to be held accountable. So I just wanted to share that, we do have, again, one of the greatest police forces that I think we'll ever see, at least in my time, and to use them, because that's what they're there for. And I believe it's still 911, or is it 454-1121? Either or. There you go. So I do appreciate everyone coming out tonight, and everybody's available of the council schedule changes that are in the back room. If you didn't get them, they are there for you. So we can close council open time, move forward to a motion for the raffle license.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call vote, Vicki?
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo?
Yes.
Council President Booker?
Yeah. Okay, at this time, we do need to motion to go into an executive session for approximately 10 minutes for matters of litigation. I do expect action to be taken when we come back out. But I do have to politely request, Joe, it's not that I don't like you, but you gotta hang out here with the mayor, if that's okay. All right, thank you. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Yeah. I think we just need to say this is a resolution to provide for executive session of the town council of the town of Phillipsburg for the purpose of discussing matters of litigation. It's a resolution 2018-85.
You guys got that? That's what he said.
All right.
You want to second that, Council?
Second.
Roll call vote, Vicki.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo?
Yes.
Council President Booker?
Yes.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote, Vicki.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo?
Yes.
Council President Booker?
Yes, okay, so while in executive session and council has decided upon the firm, we had discussed at the last meeting to represent us in matters of litigation. I would move to have the firm of Florio, Perucci, Steinhardt, and Capelli represent council not to exceed more than $5,000.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote, unless there's discussions, roll call vote, Vicki.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
No.
Council Vice President DeGirolamo?
Yes.
Council President Booker?
Yes. Okay,
So moved.
Yes, motion.
motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're good.